Together, learning a new skill at the same time. Later this month starts a free workshop for local veterans. This afternoon we have Anna and Brandon with us to talk more about this whole program. Welcome to both of you. So this is a program, Wood County doing a similar program. Now Wood County is getting on board. Just a wonderful idea. Bring veterans together, and this is going to be at Inspired Lumber. First of all, tell me, Brandon, about the origin of the whole program and what the intention is.
So my mother found Inspired Lumber, and
Nikki, we know Nikki,
yes.
You had her on the show, yes.
Yep. And she is very, very excited about creating a space where veterans can come together and learn a skill. And when we found the wood shop in Toledo, we just knew it had to be there.
Anna, tell me about what Inspired Lumber is and how long it's been around and what the goal is.
Sure. Inspired Lumber Workshop is a membership-based wood shop and creative space right here in West Toledo. We had actually just opened up in May, so we're pretty new to the area, and it wasn't long after we opened that Nikki came in, and we actually started down this conversation about wanting to do something that really impacted veterans in our community.
Well, first of all, it's great because to have this facility available, because like my wife does not, I've said this, my wife does not allow me around power tools without adult supervision. I mean, yes, I've operated a circular saw. I know. And I also trim the hedges, but my wife is watching me doing it.
Sure.
But it's great to have, there's a market for that, I think, to get people in there and learn how to use power tools and be able to actually create stuff.
Yeah, well, that was really our intention when we started the workshop, was to eliminate the big hurdles that people have. A lot of people had the interest on learning how to use the tools, but they didn't want to spend the money on them because they're very expensive, and then they didn't have the space to house them once they had them. And so it just stopped people from actually exploring that as a potential skill. And so by having people come in, and as we say, we're like a gym membership, but with power tools and crafty stuff. So you can come in and utilize our space as if it's your own.
So Brandon, Christian's Corner Foundation, it's in memory of your brother who took his life in the Army, and PTSD and depression. It happened during COVID, am I correct with that?
Correct, yes.
And I cannot imagine, he was on a base isolated in Alaska, and it had to be a very tough time. And I know that veteran suicide has been an issue for years, but it really, suicide and mental depression spiked during COVID. We're hopefully getting out of that. What do you know about PTSD from studying all of that with your brother's situation and the aftermath and what you're trying to do?
Well, what I've noticed is that we have our strongest and bravest people in our community that sign up to do the hardest job available to any of us. And what I've seen is it takes a toll. I can't speak on that myself, but without any doubt, it takes a toll. And throughout the history of our country, we haven't always done our part to help those people after the fact. You know, it matters when people are home. What are we doing for them to help them recover from that? Is there a space that they can just come out to where there's friendly people? You know, the skills to do anything after the fact, after leaving the service, it can be hard just to go out somewhere and try something new when you're used to being the one in charge or the one that is looked to for everything. You know, it can be nice to be in a situation where you know, you can be a little vulnerable. You know, you can grow.
Yeah, when you're in the military, you're part of a bond, and every day you get up out of bed and begin your work day, you've got a mission. And when you come home, even though you may have a job when you come home, and a family and obligations, it's just not the same because that cohesiveness, your brothers and sisters in uniform, it's hard to miss that. So tell me about the workshops and what's the schedule plan for this year?
So we were very fortunate between Christian's Corner Foundation and Lucas County Veteran Service Commission for they have funded this entire program for 2024. There are 5 different sessions. They run 6 weeks, 2 weeks off, and then run another 6 weeks. So we have 5 different sessions over the course of 2024, 12 veterans per session. And they come in for a 6-week period of time every Monday for about a 4-hour period of time. 2 hours of it is instruction, 2 hours of it is working on their project or working on personal projects, whatever they might want to do. After the 6 weeks, so during that they create one project, utilizing all of the tools within the workshop. So it's not just how to use the tools, but it's putting it into action to create this particular project. But it's also talking theory as well. So wood theory, why do we choose this? Why do we do this tool? How do you choose this type of wood? You know, those types of things. How do you put together different joints, all of that type of stuff. So
And
we
you have
really
some
go through all of
openings
it.
coming up here. So we showed the dates of it. You have
Yep.
some openings this year?
Yeah, so we actually start off with our first one next week. We have just a few spots still available. So if you're interested, you should reach out to both Inspired Lumber Workshop and Veteran Services Commission to get verified that you qualify as a veteran. And for qualification, it's just that you are honorably discharged or that you receive services through Veteran Services Commission.
Yeah.
And you find out from them that you're qualified, reach out to us and put your name on the thing. We are so excited to be able to offer this.
It's great that you have that option for two reasons. One, it's a great recreational thing and that release, and then also to spend time with other military veterans.
Absolutely.
Anna,
Yep.
Brandon, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.